On 92.3 Nigeria Info.
On the news this morning, NCDC confirms deadly Delta COVID-19 variant in Nigeria. Doctors speak on increasing demand for human organs. Army resolves controversy over curfew in Oyigbo. Marine base residents ask for compensation. Time to relocate. Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon Amadi, bans affidavit racketeering. On the foreign scene, anger in Ghana over pay for president's wife. I am Ifiemi Andrew. Nigeria has confirmed the detection of the Delta COVID-19 variant in the country. The Nigeria Center for Disease Control (NCDC) in a statement said it detected a confirmed case in a traveler to Nigeria following the routine travel test required of all international travelers and genomic sequencing at the NCDC National Reference Laboratory, Abuja. The NCDC, however, assured Nigerians that the federal government has put measures in place to combat the disease, asking them to adhere to the recommended safety protocols. It said the COVID-19 vaccine is safe and effective and offers protection against the disease. The increasing demand for several human organs may be fueling rise in organ trafficking in Nigeria. As you may know, there have been several reports of some young women being kidnapped in some parts of Port Harcourt and taken to the forest where they saw human organs being harvested and sold. Our correspondent spoke to two doctors who tried to give an insight into the practice of organ transplant and donation in Nigeria. One of the doctors, a consultant at the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, Fakroga Prelado, said there are many people who are in need of kidney transplant but go through the black market due to lack of donors.
We have quite a number of patients that actually at the moment need a kidney transplant, and not many of them are able to get relations or other family members who are willing to donate their kidneys for them to stay alive. In that case, it means that if you can't get someone who is willing to do that, then it means that the other option will be probably trying to go through the back door. Here in Africa, it tends to be on the rise because of current high demand.
Dr. Prelado expressed disappointment at the lack of database for patients in need of transplant in Nigeria.
We really don't have a database. Unlike in UK, you have those who have actually said that if for any reason they die, that the government will take their organs. But back here in Nigeria, we don't have that kind of a database. And though, yes, we have few centers in Nigeria, mostly private, who are currently doing kidney transplant, they rely solely more on the patient coming with their own donors, and preferably a related donor.
Also, an associate professor of cardiothoracic surgery at the University of Port Harcourt, Kelechi Okonta, said Nigeria does not have the high technological procedures to carry out most organ transplants.
Do you have any will or any statement as to the fact that, if something adversely happened to you, that you give the doctor the right to harvest your organs and stop to be transplanted to some other person? You may say God forbid for that, because for you to transplant an organs must be available. Then the whole process of organ transplant is a high-tech procedure. You need the expertise, you need some drugs, so invariably you need a willing donor, you need a recipient. Are the donor willing? No.
In the meantime, following reports of kidnapping for organ trafficking, State Chairman of the Police Community Relations Committee, Kaska Ogosu, has called for further investigation into claims that some forests in Echia are being used for organ trafficking.
The security agency, especially the police, should comb the area to find out if actually such place exists. We know that Echia is sharing boundary with other neighboring states. Society is very bad, especially this trying moment in the southeast. A lot of men of questionable character will infiltrate the state, trying to perpetrate one evil or the other. So the security agencies should up and doing, knowing that such place exists with the state.
Mr. Ogosu also called on Rivers State residents to be vigilant and immediately call for help if they feel they are in danger.
We should also help ourselves. They are kidnapping you. You know you may not survive it. You get to a police station. Why not shout at once there so that all of you will be caught? Let us help ourselves by being vigilant. Let's not just leave everything to police or army or security agencies. Help yourself by making noise when you are supposed to make noise.
Nigeria Association of Women Journalists NAWOJ in Rivers State has urged the police command in the state to redouble their investigation into rising cases of rape matters. Susan Serekara Nwikana made this known when she led members of NAWOJ on a visit to the State Commissioner of Police, Ebuka Friday.
With the increasing incidence of rape cases, we wish to appeal to your good offices to direct a thorough and proper investigation of rape cases reported to the police and channeled to the court for proper jurisdiction. We are really at a loss why the police preferred rape cases to be settled out of court. Creation of a special desk, especially to handle gender-based issues that affect women and girls. Just last week, a nursing mother was held at Umokoro police station over husband's property without verifying to determine the facts of the case.
The NAWOJ chairperson also advocated for women that the woman should be allowed to sign bail bond for everyone arrested by the police.
And the denial of women to sign bail for an accused person in police detention in spite of court pronouncements on the said matter. NAWOJ demands an end to the rising cases of ritual killings and human parts trade in Rivers State. As a watchdog of the society, we are regularly inundated by Nigerians of the sacrilegious, inhuman and satanic acts in parts of Rivers State.
In his response, the Commissioner of Police Ebuka Friday assured the visiting NAWOJ members of his administration's commitment to protect the rights of women in society.
Forceful ejection of women from their matrimonial home. This is not a work of police. There is no policeman in his right senses who will go and eject any woman from his husband's house. It's not our duty at all. If any policeman is found doing such thing, it should be reported to me. It will be dealt with appropriately. It is only court that has power to eject anybody from any place. Husband and wife matter are purely civil matter. I will try as much as possible not to get involved in that. If at all they come, we advise them. We'll try as much as possible to reconcile couples. We don't divorce them.
The Chief Judge of Rivers State, Justice Simeon Amadi, has banned racketeering of affidavits by unauthorized persons within and around the judiciary complex in Port Harcourt. Justice Amadi, who also threatened to prosecute anyone in court, spoke when members of Judiciary Press Corps paid him a familiarization visit in his office. Earlier in his address, the Chairman of Judiciary Press Corps, Samuel Chinda, complained of the increasing rate of touting in the judiciary complex. There will no longer be a 7 p.m. curfew in Oyigbo local government area. This is as the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army said the issue of curfew has now been resolved. Spokesperson of the 6th Division of the Nigerian Army, Charles Ekelcha, confirmed this to Nigerian Info FM. Recalled that some Oyigbo residents yesterday alleged that they were harassed on Wednesday by the military, who were trying to enforce a 7 p.m. curfew after Governor Nyesom Wike lifted curfew in the entire state. Some Oyigbo residents spoke to our correspondent.
It was 6:30 to 7 o'clock. All the soldiers in the express Oyigbo here started harassing people, flogging people, both the market women and people that are going their home and people that are doing their business. And they cannot allow people to pass here. So we are not asking whether Oyigbo is not part of Rivers State.
We all were jubilating. By the evening, we all came out and then tried to stay up to 8 o'clock. What we saw was beating people from every nook and cranny. I even did not even sleep in my house. I slept somewhere.
We are asking the governor, he should explain to us fully whether the curfew he removed, whether Oyigbo is part of it, or the curfew in Oyigbo continues. So that let us know what is actually happening.
Is Oyigbo not to Rivers State? Why are they treating us like this?
As you may know, the military has been in Oyigbo for about 8 months now. They were deployed to the area after the NSAS protest escalated in October last year. In the meantime, construction work has started inside Oyigbo police station after it was burnt down by hoodlums during the NSAS protest over 8 months ago. Our correspondent reports that 2 separate buildings have been erected beside the story building that was burnt. The new buildings have been constructed up to lintel level. Police in Oyigbo have continued to make use of block of shops in front of their police station. Federal High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has sentenced Jonathan Collins and Godspower of Funime to 6 years imprisonment after finding them guilty of internet fraud. This followed the arraignment by the Port Harcourt Zonal Office of the EFCC on July 6 and July 7 respectively. Justice E.A. Obile convicted and sentenced Collins and Ifiemi to 2 years in prison on each count with an optional fine of 100,000 naira only. Correspondent Sebiruwari reports that Jonathan Collins posed as a female American while Godspower Ifiemi was arrested for sending scam emails to his victims and for forcefully presenting himself as a Turkish army officer and engineer. Still ahead, owners of demolished makeshift shops on Eleme axis of East-West Road accuse state government of not issuing notice before demolition. Stay tuned. Governor Nyesom Wike says he supports anyone with vision for the development of the state to succeed him in 2023. The governor said this during the commissioning of the official residence of the Speaker of Rivers State House of Assembly. The governor said he will not support anyone that will not move the state forward.
Some of you have godfathers now in Bayelsa, in Joseph. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. I am here and I'm ready to face any battle. There's no battle I have not faced. I will not support anybody who cannot move Rivers State forward. I will not. I will support those who mean well for this state and who have the heart of the party to continue to support the party. That is those I will support. Anybody who thinks that you will use blackmail to say anything, don't waste your time. It will not work. It will not work. I will do the right thing and nothing less than that. I will do the right thing.
The Rivers State government has demolished makeshift shops and wooden structures on the Eleme axis of the East-West Road. Recall that Governor Nyesom Wike last month issued a 2-week notice to occupants of shanties, illegal shops and mechanic sheds along the Eleme to One and Eleme to Ahoda stretches of the East-West Road. The move was to rid these areas of criminals. However, some owners of these shanties and makeshifts spoke to our correspondent. They had this to say.
No criminals around this place. It's only mechanics and the parts sellers that stay this place. The block shop that he did not even mark, they came and demolished it without no notice. Some of my goods are still inside the shop. Why they demolish it? They destroy everything. And our rent has not expired. So I wonder why.
What I heard on news is container and bacha that they will destroy, not building. So my building is not either, just only mechanic workshop. Many properties inside here pushed down.
If I hide criminal, what is the purpose of me to learn work, to make sure that I have something to eat in future with my family? They need to relocate mechanic to a specific where we can work.
It affects me well, to the last of my bottom. All our things just waste because them just come suddenly.
Makeshift structures along the Igbo-Aba Expressway were also demolished. Some traders and residents at the marine-based axis of Port Harcourt are appealing to the state government to give them time to relocate. As you may know, Governor Nyesom Wike, during the flag-off of the reconstruction of River State Government House jetty at Marine Bay's waterfront, threatened to demolish all shanties at the Marine Bays as it poses security threat to the area. Some traders and residents said finding an alternative place is difficult due to the economic situation in the country.
To come out, scatter the marine base. I don't like them because me, I don't get money. The people there here, we never hold money. He go give us some time. Like me is there here, the widow. So I don't get anything with my children. Here they take money, they eat. So they pray, make you no come scatter the place for us.
Making give us time or making help us, even though to find us small, making find us so that we will manage.
To me, as a business person, it's too short because right now, where will I start from? Where will I go from here? I don't like it. Even though it's part of development, yes, I like development. If there is any other day he can do it without demolition, well, it will be fine and good.
We are begging the government to compensate us.
Can't demolish all the place, they're good. Already for now, with the inside problem now, because my shop there around that place, they don't come out now and no get shop. So now shop I won't go find, I be in a house I won't go find. Now that one the reason.
They also disagreed with the governor that the area poses a security threat.
No bad boss now, because always army dey with us here. More than 3-4 years, I never hear gone. Not the bad boss, they're not there. Everybody don't carry their life. Give God.
I think governor is not living here. He don't know. I spent close to 30 years here. If this place is a criminal hideout, which means all of us are criminals.
That one before, not be now. Now back in the days. For now in the area they cool. No any problem for within the area. We know the thing that happened before, not before now.
So Marine Base was rough in time past, but we can see there is peace. There's no problem. Everywhere is calm. For the government to say that armed robbers are fooling, I was surprised to hear that kind of word.
The executive chairman of Ifiemi local government area, Ifiemi, has described education as the best legacy to give as he flags off the total reconstruction of community primary school Umuine in Igbodo community. According to a statement signed by the chief press secretary to the council, Robinson Oluwo, Dr. Ayawu at the flag-off ceremony yesterday vowed to continue to justify the confidence given to him and his administration by the people. The statement said leaders of the PDP in Igbodo Ward 14 commended Dr. Ayawu for fulfilling his promise to construct a school for them and assured him of the community's support in ensuring that the school project is protected during and after completion. The statement added that the primary school, when completed, will have a total of 6 classrooms, head teacher's office and a staff room, toilet facilities, adequate water supply, and a revamped football pitch.
And now we'll bring you news from around the world.
Ghanaians are angry at the decision by lawmakers to approve salaries for the wives of the president and vice president for the supportive role they play. They are set to receive the same amount as cabinet ministers. The first lady and second lady have always been given allowances over the years as part of executive privileges, but Ghanaians are unhappy because they will now receive cabinet-level salaries at a time of economic hardship. The youth wing of the largest opposition party, the National Democratic Congress, has threatened to challenge the lawmakers' decision in court. On the news this morning, you heard that doctors have been speaking on the increasing demand for human organs. NCDC has confirmed the deadly Delta COVID-19 variant in Nigeria. The army has resolved the controversy over curfew in Oyigbo. Marine-based residents are asking for compensation and time to relocate as state government begins construction of Government House jetty. Chief Judge of Rivers State Justice Simeon Amadi has banned affidavit racketeering within judiciary complex. On the foreign scene, Ghanaians are angry at the decision by lawmakers to approve salaries for wives of the president and vice president for the supportive role they play. The news was edited by Martha Okere. Contact our newsroom on 0818-900-0017. Cloudy weather expected in Port Harcourt this morning. I am Ifiemi Andrew. Good morning and thank you for your time.